So, for years of my life, I've had no interest in knives with more than one blade. Then I started buying some knives with two blades, like some Trapper Patterns and the Great Eastern Cutlery number 44. I've been carrying a Victorinox Classic on my keys for over a year because I like having a pair of scissors, and the tweezers are nice too. I hadn't felt the need to buy a more substantial Victorinox until a couple weeks ago when I decided that I wanted one. I think having a few rip-off, cheaply made Swiss Army style knives when I was a kid kind of soured the idea for me. So 2 weeks ago I decided to buy a Victorinox Swiss Army knife, but I kept having an internal argument about which one I wanted. I finally decided to order the Victorinox Pioneer with the black A-LOX handles. The knife blade is under 3 inches and doesn't lock. It's a traditional Victorinox spear point blade with a full flat grind. The blade came very sharp out of the box. The back spring is strong, and I have no fears of this blade snapping shut on my fingers. Victorinox uses some fairly basic stainless steel, so the knife won't hold an edge forever. Although I've carried it for 2 weeks now, and it seems like it holds an edge better than some other blade steels. I won't name names. HCR 13 MOV. The Victorinox Pioneer has quite a few tools for its size. Obviously it has a knife blade, a bottle opener with a flathead screwdriver and a wire stripper thing, a can opener which also has a small flathead screwdriver on the end of it, and a reamer, I believe it's called. It can be used to drill holes in things. The Pioneer seems to only be available with the aluminum A-LOX scales. That of course means you don't get tweezers or a toothpick. The knife does feel really solid though. This one in anodized black. It's also available in silver and whatever the limited edition color is that year. The anodization holds up pretty well, but will wear off, making your knife look like a tool instead of some pocket jewelry. Size comparisons for the Victorinox Pioneer. Next to the K-Bar Dozier, the Case Trapper, the Kershaw Pub, the Spyderco Resilience, and the tried and true Ziploc bag full of bottle caps. So Victorinox has been making knives for a really long time. The Pioneer is based on the soldier model that the Swiss military carried for years. The only difference is this knife has a key ring, so you can put a lanyard on it. I'd suggest not making a lanyard that weighs more than the knife. Maybe skip the brass skull beads. The bottle opener or cap lifter works great. I haven't tried using the wire stripper tool because I'm not an electrician and I don't own a 1997 Pontiac Sunfire anymore. The bottle opener slash wire stripper slash flathead screwdriver has a half stop that you can use the tool at to get more leverage on the screwdriver, or to use the knife blade and the wire notch to cut the insulation on wires. The can opener is really usable. I have been using P38 military surplus can openers to open my cans of tuna for years. This works at least as well as those, if not better. The reamer seems to drill holes through things just fine. I kinda wish it was a sewing awl or another knife blade, but it's an alright tool. So these sell for around $35 on Amazon, unless you want the yearly limited edition, which is like $20 more. The Alox scale knives are always more expensive than the classic plastic scales. So $35 for a super useful and compact everyday carry tool seems like a good price to me. I've been carrying it every day for over 2 weeks now, and I have no doubts that this will be one of my most carried pocket knives this year. Overall, I'm very happy that I finally decided to buy a real Victorinox. So here I stand at the podium of correct decisions, and you can see all of my disciples surround me while I talk about the Victorinox Pioneer.